Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. This is the 13th consecutive update of my Jakarta Dewantara-Nusantara International Airport. And yeah, today we have quite some traffic. Holy crap, there's cars outside. And this video will be a morning update. So yeah, apologies if you hear any background noises. But without further ado, let's just get into the video. Starting off from the taxiway, here we have the Garuda Indonesia Boeing 777-300 ER extended range currently taxiing to its gate. It has just arrived in from Jeddah International Airport in Saudi Arabia. And here the only airplane at the remote gates for this section of the airport is the Lion Air Boeing 737-900 ER extended range in the Dreamliner special livery. It is currently deboarding some passengers as it has just arrived in from Makassar International Airport and will be headed out to Surabaya International Airport later on. And starting off at the A terminal, since the A2 gate is not used by Airlines in the morning, it has now been taken over by United Airlines. So from now on, United will be next to Delta. And yeah, this plane has just arrived in from Singapore after a flight from Hawaii. So it's currently deboarding passengers, and later on will be flying back out to Singapore before flying on to Hawaii, Honolulu in Hawaii. Moving on, here we have this All Nippon Airways Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner in the special Star Wars R2-D2 livery. It is currently being pushed back out of its gate, as you can see. And it will be headed out to Tokyo Narita International Airport. And next up, the other American plane we have here for today is the Delta Airbus A330-900neo in the Team USA Special Olympics livery. This plane is currently boarding some passengers and it will be starting a new route, which is Jakarta to Los Angeles with a stopover at Seoul Incheon International Airport. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Over here at gate A5, the A330 is at the domestic section today. So here we have the Garuda Indonesia Boeing 737-800 currently deboarding some passengers as it has just arrived in from Singapore Changi International Airport and will later on be headed out to Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. And yes, forgot to mention this earlier in the video, but some stands have been restructured for airlines, and now AirAsia is able to be at this international gate because sort of made a mistake. I should put the international flights for the international gates, and I would always put this AirAsia at the remote gate, which is for domestic flights only. So yeah, I've corrected my mistake, and now yeah, this AirAsia Airbus A321neo is getting ready to be pushed back as it will also be starting a new route, which is Jakarta to Penang International Airport. And right besides the AirAsia, here we have the Malaysian Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 currently boarding passengers, and it will be headed out to Kuala Lumpur International Airport. And the final plane at this section of the airport is the Cathay Pacific Airbus A350-900, currently having some catering service done, as you can see at the rear of the airplane with the LSG Sky Chef's truck. And it will be headed out to Hong Kong International Airport. And now we're going to be moving to the other section of our Jakarta airport, which has 5 planes. Taxiing to its gate, here we have the Thai AirAsia X Airbus A330-900neo, which has just arrived in from Bangkok Don Muang International Airport and will be heading out there later shortly. And now at the remote gates, here we have the CityLink Airbus A320neo currently getting ready to be pushed back. It will be headed out to Batam International Airport near Singapore. And next up at the yes, apparently wide bodies can fit at this gate, so why not? So here we have the Garuda Indonesia Airbus A330-200 having some catering service done, Later on, it will be boarding on some passengers, and it will be headed out to Denpasar Ngurah Rai International Airport in Bali. And here at the international gates, here we have the Batik Air Boeing 737-800 currently deboarding some passengers. It has just arrived in from Perth International Airport, and funnily enough, since it is doing a domestic flight later, it will have to taxi out to the domestic gates in order to have passengers board there. After its Perth service, it will then head on out to Medan International Airport. And our last aircraft for this update is the classic Singapore Airlines Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, currently deboarding some passengers as it has just arrived in from Singapore Changi International Airport, and of course later on it'll be headed back out there again. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today's airport update video. I have no idea when I'm gonna buy planes next. I do have my exchange model coming in, the United Airlines Starlines 777-200 from NG Models, but other than that, I haven't really been getting any other models. But no worries, I plan to get more models soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's update video, and thank you all for watching.